Hey everyone, and welcome back to On a Water Break, the podcast where we talk about everything you and your friends are talking about at rehearsal on a water break. This week we are talking about Bandtober. We'll also find out what made Alicia say.
He apologized to his students, but it looks like the community's really kind of stood behind him in this and has wished him the best.
And why Joey said,
I'll try anything.
I don't know.
Tell me to skin a cat and use the fur as
No,
string.
don't you dare! All of this and more on this week's episode of On a Water Break.
8 off the mat and go.
Welcome to On a Water Break, the podcast where we talk everything marching arts.
Everyone, bring it in.
It's time for a water break.
Hey everyone, it's Whitney. We have a great episode this week, but before we see who's on the sideline this week, go and subscribe on your favorite listening app, write us a review, share this with a friend, and do you have a question or a good topic to talk about? Email us at onawaterbreakpodcast@gmail.com or find us on social media and DM us if you want to be on the show. We have a form now to fill out if you want to be a guest. Check it out at our link in the bio. Who's on the sidelines this week? Alicia, Joey, how's your Bandtober going?
But my Bandtober is finally wrapping up. I have 2 judging gigs left and finishing up my band season with a trip to Amsterdam with my best friend. So looking forward to that. Ready for it to be done. Ready for winter.
Oh, we're right in the thick of it. I just finished my 2 judging opportunities in a row, and now we're going to Orlando with a band. Next week is Delaware. The following week is Disney again. So we're going to Universal this weekend. I have Delaware up north in the cold, in the rain, and the silliness, and then we go back down to Orlando with another band, not doing any BOA stuff. We're just going to go have a good time. So I get to go to Orlando twice within like a 3-week span. Then it's state conference. Then it's PASIC/BOA. And then it's winter. So Bandtober is becoming Wintober. It's all a thing. It never stops. It always feels like the planning, like where we should be. Well, I don't say we should be done, but we should be pretty close to picking whatever's going to happen in the winter. So it almost feels like there's just not really even like a break. Like we just finished designing for all the fall stuff. It all arrived, all the pretty colors, all the pretty costumes, and all of a sudden we're already talking about what pretty costumes we're putting them in like 4 months. It just never stops.
Yeah. A couple of my groups settled on their shows this week for winter, so I'm getting into the thick of the design process for them now. But so I'm ready for it. I could do winter all year round.
It is nicer. There's no wind.
Oh my God, it's so windy today.
There's no heat. There's none of that.
We're doing there's an effect that we have where we will not release balloons because we have them weighted. They're going to stay on the ground, but we let them go, and there's a bolt that holds them down. And there's some that go up to like 10 feet tall and then come all the way down to like 6 and 4. So it's this nice, very cool, like really cool moment. And the music is very airy and open. It's a cool moment. But we have not been able to do it a single weekend because every weekend has just been so darn windy. Yeah.
Dang.
That sucks.
So we're going to probably put them on PVC pipe or something and just stick them up in the air.
Fishing line? Could you do fishing line?
Is that heavier that it would just not let the wind blow it?
Dude, I don't know.
I'll try anything.
I don't know.
Tell me to skin a cat and use the fur as string.
No, don't you dare.
I had to say it.
No animal cruelty for band.
Joey went really hard there for a second.
Right?
Sorry, everybody. It's been a long Bandtober. That's my answer. My bad. Moving on.
We also have a new guest on the sidelines this week. Joining us for the first time is Amari.
Hi.
We have a little thing we like to do with our new friends called the 32 Count Life Story. We'll give you 8 off the Met, and you tell us everything from the beginning up to this very moment in 32 counts. Amari, you ready?
Yeah. My name is Amari, and I live in Michigan, and I go to Michigan State, and I'm a wildlife conservation major with defensive study minor. And I marched the Mandarins for 2 seasons, and now I'm auditioning again.
I feel I need to give that some applause.
You can barely hear the Met.
Oh no, I could tell you were like really counting and trying to stay in your 32 counts.
Barely
Tell us
hear
a little
it.
bit more about you though, because you're into some really cool committees and things.
Yeah, so here at school, I'm in the ROTC as a first sergeant. I'm also in the Michigan National Guard drilling with a military intelligence unit. And then in DCI, we started this last season. It is a drum major leadership committee. It's essentially just getting all the drum majors together and kind of allowing us to converse amongst ourselves and encourage like a lot more inter-corps relationships and like personal relationships between drum majors and give each other advice. And then between like now and the drum major summit, we're trying to extend it further to the big five, where we go to the drum major summit in January and converse with the DCI board and discuss more things that the drum majors from last season really thought were important to fix up for this season. And then I also marched with the Spartan marching band here at Michigan State for 2 seasons.
You're involved in all the things. You have a very busy schedule, don't you? Now, you mentioned before the episode too, you do something with WGI's DEI committee?
No, not WGI. I think the scholarship is extended to WGI, but it's amazing essentially. And the portion that I'm involved with is the LGBTQ all inclusiveness, basically initiative kind of. Mazen is way more than just the LGBTQ coalition, but we basically they use the representatives and the marchers from DCI and WGI to get their message out, and then in return we get scholarship money.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Super cool.
Awesome. Well, we are glad to have you on. Well, we are deep into Bandtober, and you know what they say. The stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas. Had to do it. And so are the bands. Being in Texas, I am in the midst of all the happenings. It's crazy down here. Everybody's really freaking good this year. There are some new bands that have popped into the top suddenly. So we're all kind of panicking about the San Antonio regional because I can literally name like 20 bands that should make finals and only 14 are going. So we're all kind of like a little panicked. It's fine. I think even some of the big names are like, because I don't know if they do this at all of the super regionals, but it's split into 2 panels. So like each chunk of bands is a panel 1 and then panel 2, panel 1, panel 2. It goes through that both days. But each group of judges, each panel of judges gets 5 bands. So they get 5 bands that will definitely make it from each panel. And then the next 4 highest scores. And the panel that we are in at Bridgeland, there are 12 bands that should be in finals just from our panel. Oh. So we're kind of all freaking out a little bit, but yeah.
That's insane.
It is. It's going to be crazy. I think everybody needs to watch the San Antonio regional because it is going to be a bloodbath. I mean, like many bands are going to be absolutely devastated. Like just devastated. Yeah. And that's the last show in Texas for us. 6A state is like the Monday, Tuesday before the regional. And then 5A state is after the regional. So most of the big bands, like San Antonio is their last show if they're not going to Grand Nats. So it's going to be interesting.
I'm sorry for my ignorance. I don't know much about Texas band other than it's good. So the San Antonio regional, is that a BOA regional or is that a UIL regional?
BOA.
Okay. And then BOA. UIL is like it's the circuit for Texas?
It's the state, yes. Universal Interscholastic League.
Okay.
Yeah, it governs all sports and everything competitive, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for educating me.
Yes. I know, it's a lot.
Yeah.
UIL is the reason why we have the 8-hour rule. So, yeah, yes.
Yeah, and the 8-hour rule, for those listening that don't know.
We can only rehearse 8 hours a week outside of class time. And you get extra time for performances. So like if you've got a football game and a competition, you get 2 extra hours. But like, I mean, that really means you only have an hour rehearsal on a Saturday, like that's it, like an hour. And there's some new rule that they put into place this year about like, if you have, I don't even remember. Oh, if something about like, if you are missing days of school in the week, you get extra time or something. Like this week we had Monday and Tuesday off of school. So nice. So we got like an extra, I don't know, 5 seconds of rehearsal. I'm not even sure. Like, yeah. So we don't get a lot of rehearsal, but pretty much everybody has class here. So
that helps.
That's the positive. It would be different if we didn't have classes here.
Yeah.
So
I think it's important for the listeners, watchers who have you, subscribers, to know, like, think about all the crazy Texas bands that you've seen, knowing that there's a
cap on a rehearsal.
How much they have. So then you want to talk about like which bands may have the best rehearsal procedures, which I think really help with getting anything. If you can have your mind consistently in the same place while you're learning these things, it becomes a lot easier to stack all the responsibilities we put on these members. Like, those Texas bands are so good at those procedures. I mean, I love watching those pictures of those big bands on the asphalt, and all their water jugs are all like neatly placed in the right place. The handles are like, because all that little bit of precisions that they need to be aware of helps clean the 200, 300 people you have on the field. Mm-hmm. Texas bands are just a different level. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. I think a lot of Texas, and I've taught at a lot of bands in Texas, but a lot of it feels very much like drum corps as far as like rehearsal etiquette and procedure and everything. So, I mean, there's a reason. So,
do they all have the same amount of class time across the state, or is that different by district?
No, it depends on the district. Like in Cy-Fair ISD, we have 8 classes a day. But when I was in Round Rock ISD, they had 4 periods a day. So they were longer classes.
Yeah.
So no, it's not consistent.
Oh, that's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Yep.
Cool that the Texas bands are doing what they do with those limitations, because
it's insane.
It's wild.
You gotta watch Texas this year. It's so good. It's so good. It's like not even.
Yeah. Props to Texas.
Crazy. Yeah.
And I'll watch the San Antonio regional now that I know.
Yeah.
And
you definitely should. It is insane. Okay. We want to take this time to preview some amazing episodes and bonus content we have going on. October 13th was The Perfect Tuba. Hosts Chris and Trish and Nicole sat down with Sam Quinones, author of The Perfect Tuba, so definitely check that out. September 28th, we had Cymbals, Costumes, and Color Wheels. Liam Reynolds joined Jackie, Trish, Grantice, and Emily to explain the world of cymbal lines, plus a look at colors and uniform design. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. Don't go anywhere.
Celebrating its 25th anniversary, Guard Closet was founded as a consignment shop in 2000. Since then, it has grown to become your one-stop shop for the marching arts.
Do you need consignment uniforms and flags for your color guard, marching band, or drumline? We have thousands of sets of consignments in stock and ready to ship.
Do you need show design and custom choreography? Our designers have years of experience in the marching arts.
Do you need to sell your items and clear out your storage areas? We take in more than 600 sets of consignments each year and return hundreds of thousands of dollars to our consigners for their sales.
Do you need to have your students order shoes, gloves, and other equipment? We can set up a microsite for easy student ordering of a wide variety of items.
Do you need custom costumes or flags? We can help get you great designs from our team through top vendors like Show Day Designs.
Have you listened to our podcast On a Water Break? Weekly episodes and bonus content keep you entertained and informed with what's going on in the marching arts.
For over 25 years, Guard Closet has been here to help. Check us out at guardcloset.com or follow us on social media.
So now, why don't we see what's happening in the news this week?
So this is a fun story. I mean, it's not fun. It's what it is. But if you guys remember, Texas Governor Greg Abbott signed a bill into law requiring public schools to display the 10 Commandments in their classroom in a conspicuous place in each classroom. And they have to be no smaller than 16 by 20 inches, which is just wild to me. And a band director in Texas decided that instead of displaying the 10 Commandments, he would resign in protest. He said, I believe very strongly that politics and religion have no place in the public schools. Johnny Cotton is his name. He was the band director at Carthage High School, and he spent 42 years as a teacher and administrator. And he says in that time, he wanted to make sure that his classroom and campus stayed neutral on both counts. So when they said you have to do it, he said absolutely not and decided to resign. He apologized to his students, but it looks like the community's really kind of stood behind him in this and has wished him the best. I say good for him, standing on his morals and doing what he has to do.
Absolutely.
Alicia, I'm gonna tiny bit fact check you, because I think the actual law is that if someone purchases the 10 Commandments for the entire district, then you have to put it up, because they're not up in CFISD yet. But I know where the district that Pearland is in, they had to put them up. So I think it has to be purchased by someone for every classroom in the district before it is like required to be put up. I believe that is what it actually is, because we don't have them yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this article I'm reading says that the law went into effect September 1st. So it also
I could be wrong.
Sounds like, well, it just going into effect on the 1st also sounds like maybe this band director got to start the year with his students and just resigned, which I guess could be a positive and a negative, but either way, just ugh.
Yeah.
It's gross.
What a silly reason to lose. I mean, obviously a pretty tenured educator, and you'd hope by 42 years that he's done something well. And with the community being behind him, that's pretty easy to assume. I don't know much about that story, but I just think what a silly reason to lose somebody that has that much knowledge.
Yep. It's a shame. We're losing great educators every day.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on to a happier news story.
Yeah, so we got the legendary Red Hot Chili Pepper drummer and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee Chad Smith perform at the University of Minnesota marching band for their halftime show. The homecoming event was apparently better than the score because they lost 17-13 against the Boilermakers. So Purdue kind of got a W there, but I think Minnesota still got a W on their halftime show, I'd say.
I like when these pop stars be coming back and doing stuff with marching bands. Like the Pharrell stuff was really cool. With him doing his stuff with his high school there in Virginia, and this, and like Metallica does that. Metallica,
the marching competition.
Yeah. I think it's really, really cool, and I think it helps like keep what we do kind of in the popular eye. Yeah, and relevant. And I'm hoping that Bad Bunny uses some kind of moving band in his halftime show. I'm trying to find a way. This is my little blurb. I've been waiting for this moment all day. If anybody knows about where the Bad Bunny dancer auditions are, I will fly there as soon as I find out. I want to perform with that man. I'm back in the dance world. Please help me out. There's my black blah, 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 blah.
Where is the Super Bowl to be?
One of the stadiums in California, I think.
It's in San Francisco. It's the 49ers stadium.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Maybe the audition will be in
California.
I'll fly there. I'll do it. I'll go tonight.
And didn't Sports Illustrated cover that too, Amari?
This is straight from the Minnesota Gophers page.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there was Sports Illustrated coverage of it too, which is just great exposure. How cool.
Yeah.
Also,
and his family had scholarship money to the School of Music at Minnesota.
Oh, sweet. Love that.
That's awesome. Our dogs are happy too.
We had a dog in the audience just now. Did you hear?
Yeah, Danny is so excited.
Somebody put up, instead of the applause sign, it was just the bark sign. Oh, sorry, applause.
What WGI news do we have?
We have so much WGI news. The first thing we have is auditions for the 2026 season. If you go to wgi.org/audition, you can find all available information there. There's a segment for color guard, percussion, and winds. So if you are interested in auditioning, I think maybe for winter guard, you might be a little bit late, but I don't know about percussion and winds when they do all that. But yeah, audition, keep marching. Other WGI news, we have the 2026 Hall of Fame nominations. The deadline to submit all Hall of Fame nominees is November 14th at 11:59 p.m. This is your chance to help recognize individuals from the winter percussion activity at World Championships. So you can go to WGI.org/26 HOF nomination for more information. So get those nominations in for your favorite percussion peoples.
Yeah.
My dogs agree. That's it for WGI stuff.
Yeah, I'll talk about the next thing. I'm really excited about it. I'll be there. Again, just a little nugget there. Joey will be there, so you should come do it. Registration's been open, still open for PASIC. You can actually go and buy a badge, wristband, whatever on the day as well, but it is definitely cheaper if you do it before. So register for PASIC while you're there at BOA. Grand Nats, those happen in the same space. The PASIC is in the convention. BOA is obviously in the stadium. That's November 12th through the 15th in Indianapolis. There's a beautiful Taco Bell Cantina right across the street if you need to wet your whistle and have a taco or two. So I'm off the wall today. I apologize, but PASIC's going to be so much fun. Catch me at the Taco Bell Cantina, and that's the
Wait, where is the Taco Bell? What?
Drop a pin. Drop a pin.
Yes, you walk out of the convention down that road to go to that one. Is that burger shop? The one that people like, the red and white.
Oh
thing?
yeah.
It's there. So it's right under the mall. It's right across the street on the other side by the Marriott, I believe. And there's just a Taco Bell Cantina right there. You can get a nice and refreshed Baja Blast freeze.
Incredible. Incredible.
Right, so we're meeting Joey for tacos at
Tacos.
Joey, what does PASIC stand for? Is it an acronym?
Yes, Percussive Arts Society, and then I believe the IC is International Convention.
Oh, got it.
So every state has their own percussive arts society. So it's K-Pass, T-Pass, NC-Pass or what have you. And it's per state, and this is all of them coming together. It's really, really cool. So there's concerts, there's intensives, there's drum circles, there's they fill out 2 huge halls of the of the convention center. Yeah, yes. And it had you can play all the Sabian and Vic Firth and New Sticks, and I believe this year Skojo's walking around. The people the CEOs of Dynasty are there, and all of them. You can shake hands and learn from people. Terry Sanders is doing a great thing. I'm gonna go try and watch him. He's fantastic. A few years ago, Ivan Trevino came and played, and that was insane. Just an absolute legend in the percussion game. And so being able to go and dance at a concert of his as he's teaching you to play, it's a good time. PASIC's such a good time. And it's let's say you've watched enough marching band for one day, just trickle on over and watch just the sea of drummers that all dress the same and all have the same kind of posture as they walk. It's a different world, and it's so fun to people watch.
Oh my God. It's so real. I love drummers. Ugh.
I love band nerds. Joey, your particular band nerd just made me so happy.
Man. Okay. Moving right along. Travel tip. It's time for your Peak Group Travel Tip of the Week. Brought to you by our sponsors at Peak Group Travel, helping you navigate your next adventure, whether it's across the country or just to your next competition.
Hi, everyone. It's time for your travel tip of the week with me. I'm Beth with Peak Group Travel. Performance tours are a great way to showcase your ensemble in new cities and for new audiences. But be sure to also include local attractions and sightseeing tours or cruises to give your group a full cultural experience while they're on the road. Don't forget to like and follow Peak Group Travel on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And be sure to email info@peakgrouptravel.com when you're ready to start planning your next performance tour. This is your travel tip of the week with me, Beth, from Peak Group Travel. Ready to elevate your travel game? Welcome to Peak Group Travel, the ultimate adventure creators. Whether you're planning an unforgettable class trip, a once-in-a-lifetime parade experience for your marching band, or a choir tour full of memorable performance venues, Peak Group Travel handles it all, so you can focus on making memories. From breathtaking international destinations to amazing adventures right here at home, Peak Group Travel customizes every journey to your vision. We're not just planners, we're your partners for the trip you want for your students. Our online registration portal makes managing your pre-trip experience smooth and convenient. We even collect your payments if you'd like. Picture it, effortless planning, unmatched experiences, and smiles that last long after the journey ends. That's the Peak Group Travel difference. And if you choose to partner with Peak on your next tour, and you mention that you heard about us on the On a Water Break podcast, you'll earn a $100 trip credit. Discover why groups everywhere trust Peak Group Travel. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, and be sure to visit peakgrouptravel.com today. You pick the date, and we'll make it great.
Okay, everyone, we are back. It is time for our 60-second tech block.
60-second tech block.
60-second tech block! This is the segment where one of our hosts or guest clinicians is put on the spot to deliver a nonstop 60-second tech session on a topic that needs some serious attention after the last run. Our special tech this week has come prepared with 3 topics they think they can talk about for a full 60 seconds straight. No hesitation, no pauses, just pure technical gold. And this week, let's see, I think we're going to throw it over to Joey. Joey, you said your best topics were?
I've got 3. Best is kind of a term I like to use loosely. So these are amazingly best. Packing for a show day would be 1. I've got this nice little bag I'd like to share, like a little Mary Poppins bag of all my good treats, and just how to be prepared for a show day. My second one would be cleaning some drill. It's the middle of October. We probably got our last movement on, and now it's time to polish it up and make it look pretty for finals and champs and all those jazzes. So that's my second one. And then my last one would be that pre-show rehearsal, whether that's the Thursday before, Friday before, maybe even the Saturday of, how to get the most out of and what to start focusing on to prep them for the best run they can have. So those are the 3 that I've got. What do y'all think?
I don't know. What do you guys think? I kind of think we should go with the drill one since it is that time.
Cleaning drill, for sure.
Yeah, I really would love to see what's in your man purse, Joey, but
maybe we can do that also.
we'll do a little
recording. Joey can show us his bag.
Well, yeah. What's the isn't that like a trend? Like what's in there? Like what's like a bag haul or whatever, and they just pull everything that's out. You know what I'm talking about?
A bag haul. Yeah.
Vogue, what's in your purse?
Yeah, what's in your purse?
Yeah. What's in Joey's show day purse? But no, I think cleaning drill. Let's go with cleaning drill.
Dang it. Okay.
All right. Joey, are you ready? Amari, can you pull up a 60-second timer on your phone?
On it.
Okay. Tell us when you're ready.
3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so cleaning drill. We got 60 seconds. Let's talk about it. Step 1, fix the source, not the symptom. Don't yell, dress the line. Ask why is the line off? Are they bad dots, weak intervals, no visual landmark? Solve that, and the line fixes itself. Stop saying dress the line. Find the problem, and then you can say dress the line. Step 2, use consistency like a weapon. Step size, same pathway, same initiation point. Predictability builds clarity, and clarity builds cleanliness. Make sure we're starting and stopping in the right place. Step 3, rehearse like scientists. Change one variable at a time. Tempo, step size, direction, never all 3. Be consistent. Step 4, and remember, this is all about the kids. Celebrate good reps, not perfection. Clean drill isn't about erasing personality. It's about aligning purpose. So as long as we start in the same place and end in the same place, we can talk about what happens in the middle. Celebrate those little successes. A couple last hints. Where am I at with my time? Slow your reps down. Do the halftime rep. Yeah, halftime on the Met so you can work on some timing stuff if things are happening crazy with the Met. And that's what I got. That was a lot.
Man, I have never heard someone say treat it like a science. Like how you said, like one variable at a time. Like I know that, but I've never heard that put into words so neatly for me to remember. Thank you.
Yeah, we talk about scaffolding a lot, and so like the biggest thing is feet timing, and like postures. Everything is a posture exercise. So from the very get go, whatever they're doing, whether like what our pre rehearsal workouts, everything's done with great posture, chins up, all the things. Always like posture is not anything that's a priority because it's something that we just live. Then from there, it's scaffolding, it's feet timing, it's leg shape, it's foot articulation, it's nuance on top of all of that. But all of that gets stacked, and so I think if you can make them aware of those things and then have them just change one thing, that makes it a lot like because usually it is one thing. It's like, oh, you're just and one. You got to hit, or 1x2 is the problem, or that hip shift that happens on 5. We really got to make sure you're like it's all individual, and if they know how to fix that one thing and isolate those things, I think you're already cleaner from the get-go. They're just aware.
This year, I can't even get kids to put their feet on the beat.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
okay.
That is the number one problem we are facing this year as a band.
Here's my question.
It's so hard to step on the and counts. Why are you doing that?
Yeah. Are you listening to like it? It's right. Like I usually like I feel like if I lean into it with them, that it'll get them more. It never happens.
Yeah.
But how often are they doing timing work? Is it just when you have them spinning and like do you just marching?
This I'm talking full band here, not just color guard. But no, I mean they're in a fundamental block every single day.
Here's my secret sauce. Here's my secret sauce is who's the there's the movement people, something education, and then there's the other guy that's from California, Daniel. He has the workout stuff.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Not Forte.
Forte.
Forte?
Yes,
Yeah.
Forte. He does a really good job of it. I've just seen him do it, but I know other physical trainers are doing it as well. All of the exercises happen to beats. So like instead of them doing jumping jacks, do jumping jacks to beats, do scissor kicks to beats, do switching arm length, whatever the heck's to beats, and then put it to music. And so this week, week 1 of our 9-week season, week 1, it's a song at 120. Week 3, we're probably a song at 142. It's usually like a pop song, right? 168 once we get into week 7. By week 8, and we're all moving and flowing. They've been doing workouts at 172 for a couple of weeks, and so like they're constantly working on the beats, like doing to the beat because the workout feels like it's a dance. They're working on timing there. It shows up in the drill. I'll talk specifically about the Enlo kids because I think that I have that kind of space as a coordinator there. They come to us like little baby newborn giraffes, and I say that I'll say that to them. I've said that to their parents. I've said that to the program coordinator. And the cool thing about the team there is that we scaffold things, and the biggest plus we felt this year is that we did all of their workouts to music. All of their workouts were in time, and so not only are they working on in time with their horns out here and working on flexing their feet. That's a lot to think about already on top of being on beat. This time they know how to do a jumping jack. That's pretty, normal to us. So do that to a beat. You've done jumping jacks since middle school. Come on. You can do it to a beat, and they're already working on timing. The timing of Enlo has gotten so much better since August. Oh my gosh. Oh my Lord.
Oh, that's also helpful. Thank you.
No problem.
Can we get like a really quick purse haul of your bag?
Okay.
Like really quick?
My little Mary Poppins bag? Okay.
Yeah.
So I am in charge of like pretty much all 3 idioms at a 1 or so schools. So my bag doesn't just have stuff for music. It has guard stuff and everything. So like my first thing is I got electrical tape. I've got black and white. These are brand new tapes. They're ready to go. Yeah. And then I've got 9-volt batteries for my Dr. Beats. They seem to go dead. If your Dr. Beat dies, I've got a really cool space Dr. Beat we can share. I've got little tiny screwdriver set. That always works for those woodwinds. I've got, if your cables go bad, which we know we always be ripping cables on show days, I've got a cable tester. I've got a mouthpiece puller. Those are great. A truing tool when your trombone player drops his thing. And then my final thing is I've got a packet of McDonald's barbecue sauce because you never know when you'll go hungry.
You just never know when you're going to need barbecue sauce.
Yeah. Sometimes the stadium barbecue sauce isn't it.
so right. You're so correct. All right.
What
Now
are
it
you
is.
doing?
So sorry. Stepped right on that.
What are you doing, dude?
What am I doing?
What are we doing?
Oh, I went early on that though.
It's fine. It's fine. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do.
We're swinging it.
It's time for everyone's favorite. What are we doing? This is the part of the show where we let loose a little bit, or maybe a lot. This is your chance to rant about something in the marching arts that just doesn't make sense. Maybe it's a tradition that needs to go, or a habit that performers can't seem to break. Maybe it's something that makes you think, why are we even doing this? Or why haven't we started doing this yet? Whatever it is, this is your moment to call it out. So who's got something they need to get off their chest? Joey, are you ready?
Yeah, I could be ready. I guess my what are we doing right now is what are we doing 3 hours of full ensemble in our 3.5 hour rehearsal. I think it's great to see about ensemble growth and ensemble all the things, but if we don't even know our sets, why does it make sense to waste the front ensemble's time reteaching you the sets and reteaching you how to play and move in those sets? Let's do music on the move on another field. Let the front ensemble percussion have a percussion ensemble and work on timing, because I'm a bad drill writer and I always put the drummers way far back and it makes it all crazy for timing. So give them reps on making me look like a better educator than I am, and I appreciate all of those drummers. But let the winds go and work on some music. Come on. Why are we in full ensemble for that long?
Good one.
That's fair. Yeah.
Amari, are you ready?
Yeah, big one. And this is just DCI related. Why are we treating DCI like a summer camp, like a band camp? I feel like a lot of people, especially new members that I'm meeting, are very much into the whole, I've done all the work I need to do to get my contract, and now I get to float until indie. It's like there's no self-accountability. There's no type of individual motivation, or even to the extent of like, oh, drum major, you're going to tell me what to do, and that's going to be all that I have to follow. I don't have to worry about anything. I think a lot of drum corps would be more self-sufficient if they really, really pestered on the basis and the seed planting culture of making sure that they contract individuals that are self-motivated. Because even if you're a Nepo baby, even if you have like perfect pitch, or you came out of the womb playing the trombone, you're going to be the trombone soloist. If you don't wake up on time and you don't go to rehearsal on time, you're messing with all of your buddies, and you represent something bigger than yourself now. So please don't treat your contract as the end goal. You should be progressively getting better throughout the season, and the big bow on top with the here's your candy bar is going to indie, not getting your contract.
Very interesting. I just can't imagine spending $6,000 on a summer and just trying to like float through that. Also, I think a lot of that you said, Amari, goes back to the hard work beats talent when talent gets lazy.
Yep.
I like and this might just be me, but when I was marching corps, I was terrified to screw up. Like, I still have nightmares about sleeping in and missing the dance block. Like, and I marched 16 years ago. So it just blows my mind. But Amari, I think what you said goes back to a much bigger problem now with students being accountable and self-motivating, and like that's a problem literally across the nation right now that I can go on and on about. And I hate to hear that it's seeping into drum corps.
Yeah,
well, I think it's mostly permeating from just like especially putting drum majors on pedestals. Like they treat us like we're like superstars. We're human beings. Like we work with the corps. We're representatives of the corps. We are not this superstar, Selena Gomez, whoever input name of an individual. Like I guess the staircase of success that people like have in their head is that like you go to drum corps and the corps in the name is going to get you to that gold medal, not the work that you're doing to that gold medal. And I think I want to applaud a lot of the drum corps for posting online and having like their vets specifically coming up and talking about their experience. Because I think another thing about that is like people think everyone's experience is the exact same, and like they're all gonna have a good time, and they're all gonna be hydrated, and they're all gonna be in shape, and they're all gonna have their music memorized before spring training, which is not a realistic expectation to have. And I'm assuming it's the same in high school still, where like exactly what you said, you don't practice and you expect to have the music memorized, and then you go to 3 hours of ensemble, but you don't know your drill, so you're just in there like, so who's ready for 3 hours of nothing? Yeah. Like it's in everything, exactly like you said.
Yeah.
Alicia, are you ready?
Okay, mine might be a little controversial because I don't know how they do it in other parts of the nation, but I've been judging recently, and what are we doing with these really elaborate, long march-ons to the field before you perform? I cannot handle, like, I've watched a group march down a hill into the stadium, split into 4, all the way around the edge, and then march into the field from the 4 corners, and then get set in their opening set to do their show. And the whole time I'm sitting there like, what? This is taking forever. Why are we doing this?
Oh,
What
so you hate tradition. Okay, I see.
I was about to say,
I hate it.
One of my favorite things I heard a band director say in Texas one time was the only tradition worth keeping is a tradition of excellence. And you only get 2 options in this band. You don't get opinions. You don't get blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Go that band director. I won't say who it is. I don't know if I'm allowed to quote him. He did. Whatever. But the other thing he said, which I thought was crazy, this was just like another thing. He's like, the kids don't need to worry themselves about like choices for shows and blah, blah, blah. They get 2 choices in my band, cheese or pepperoni. And I was like, okay, well, you can't be black and white on everything. Like that's crazy. But the excellence thing was something that I thought was really cool. He'd been a band director at that time for 30 something years. And he said that every year, something within his process changed. Something within the procedures to get to his end goal changed because he found a better way. And so he wasn't always stuck in like, well, we stand at set here because this. He was like, no, well, now we're moving out to first position when we stand, and now we're going to hold our hands higher up like some of those BOA groups do, just because it's a better, like it's objectively, it just makes a better effect. So why not do that? That's an easy change. And I think stuff like this, like that's the first thing that a judge sees when they come on, and if it's not in time. Which, how do you stay in time?
I'm judging it.
Yeah.
I'm judging it.
The whole audience is.
Sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The whole audience is judging you, and you have to win them back in the first minute, or you're not the whole 5 minutes, 7 minutes you're on the field. They're just like, I saw the march on, dude. So like, that's just a huge risk.
This is random, but you'll find it funny. Especially you, Amari. A couple of years ago, so we don't do a march on or anything, but we always have a pre-show so that there's something happening while we're getting ready. And a few years ago, I was creating the audio sound for our pre-show, and I just forgot to put in the drum major salute.
Good!
Like, completely just forgot about it. Drum majors never noticed. We went the whole season without a salute. Now it's been 3 years, and we have not had a drum major salute in the last 3 years.
I'm gonna take that.
And no one has ever said anything.
I'm gonna take
that. I mean, there are corps that don't do it either, because it just like their whole thing is like the drum major is a part of the group, so the drum major doesn't need an extra. And
we no longer have the drum majors. Is your corps ready? Like that.
They're always ready.
We still do that. We do
really?
That. Yeah. And then he a name to fame for like new drum majors. I always tell them like, if I forget what his name is, but he pronounces your name wrong. Like if you look at
Brant Crocker.
Yes.
Brant Crocker gets everybody's name wrong.
Everyone's name.
Everybody.
Wrong.
He's like 100 years old. I love him. He's my favorite announcer, but he gets a lot of names wrong.
I heard him say, okay, moving on. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
First time he pronounced my name, I had a middle name. So
love it.
And it's 5 letters, and I had a middle name. It was great.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Whitney, what is your gush and go? Or your what are we doing?
My what are we doing is why are we not paying attention to what direction we're putting the flag silks on the poles. Like, there is a shape, it curves so that, circles, right? Color guard is, I always say color guard is just a series of circles. And why would you have the tail going outside of the circle? Like, it looks ugly.
What an interesting juxtaposition. We have one traditionalist, we have another. I'm thinking innovation here. Let's spin our flag upside down and make it make no sense with choreography.
Yeah,
make it look super ugly.
Flags that like the little small ones.
Like a 6 foot color guard flag.
Just your color guard flags. Like most of them now, they used to be like rectangular. Like all silks used to be rectangular, but now we're fancy and we have shapes. So the shapes, go with the curve and the flow of the equipment choreography. But we keep seeing flags that are put on upside down, and it's like, where's your awareness? Where's your leader?
Yeah.
Where is your instructor? Hello?
That's sounding like self accountability. Why are you taping your flag?
Something.
We need. That's crazy. I will say we talked in the chat like a couple weeks ago about that, and I immediately looked at all of my schools and like stared at the flags. And there were a couple that I was like, how did that even happen? You're a senior. What are you doing?
Ricardo cracked me up in that group text.
Oh my God! Yes.
About the tails doing its own choreography.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
He was so livid about it.
That is so funny.
Oh.
Great job, everyone. Set your equipment down. Gush and go.
All right. We got that off our chest. Let's get into our Gush and Goes. Welcome to the Gush and Go. This is your chance to shout out something awesome happening in your life, marching arts related or not. Maybe you're excited about a performance, a student success, a big life event, or just something cool you want to brag about. No negativity here, just pure unfiltered hype. So who's got something to gush about? Amari, are you ready?
Sure, yeah. So I'm getting back into the audition world for the 2026 season, and I think something really big that I kind of relearned from when I was a rookie was expressing a lot of humility, asking for help. I'm learning a new conducting style, learning a new leadership style, understanding different drum corps cultures, understanding different drum corps procedures. It's actually really exciting, even though I was kind of scared to transition and go back into this like unknown loophole, but I'm excited for audition season. I have high hopes.
Yay. Well, we wish you the best of luck on all of that. Keep us updated.
Thank you. Will do.
Yeah. Joey, are you ready?
I think so. I've got a lot to gush and go about. I spend so much time not on the podcast. I want to do it more. I'm going to do it more. You hear me first. I'm going to do it more. My first one is I am now an independent rep for the BAC 8 to 5 horns. So if you need some affordable and honestly probably the most well-made student and intermediate horns I think I've ever seen hit the market, with tons of replacement parts ready to go and like all the things you can think of like, oh, this is a new instrument brand. I have not heard of them that much, or I have heard of them, but do they do this much? Like this, just listening to how they've built the horns, pretty incredible. So if you need some horns, BAC 8 to 5, I got you. The next thing I want to gush and go or be all about is Jabberwockies are premiering their new show Frequency at the MGM Theater in Las Vegas, October 24th. VIP tickets are available. Go watch them. It's so cool to see dance like that on such a, just on a huge national stage. They're now doing like the F1 races, and they just did stuff with Kai Cenat. Like it's so incredible. Go Jabberwockies. And then my last one, I'm just really excited for Bandtober. It's going to be, I'm all over the place. I'm in Orlando this week, Delaware next week, Orlando again. Go Band. NCMEA with 8 to 5 and BAC. So come check out some horns at NCMEA. We'll also be at Grand Nats and PASIC. And we go all the way through November, and I'm at Midwest with them as well. It's just band's going to be the rest of my life this year. I'm so excited.
Band. Alicia, are you ready?
I only have one, unlike Joey. But I have had 2 judging gigs already this season, and at both of those shows, they were kind of in the same region. I got to judge a group that has their very first marching band in 38 years. That they have just come back and they've got a band director that's awesome. His name's Jerry Buttram, and he is bringing them back onto the field. And I believe they had 14 or 15, I can't remember right, in the program. I got to judge them in color guard and then in visual ensemble. And they're doing the thing. I mean, most of them just started playing an instrument in August when they started. And he had them on the field September 29th at their first competition, and they got excellent ratings. And their second competition, they ended up taking second place, which was awesome for them. So I think it's cool. I'm excited. I know that I judge the same show every year, the last weekend of September, and I know that I'll get to see them in future years and watch them grow. And I'm just excited about them.
That's so awesome.
Oh, I should shout out the school.
Yeah.
The school is Monterey High School, and they are in Central Tennessee.
Hey, I housed there. That's a good school.
Oh, did you really?
Yes.
That's so cool. Degrees of separation. Whitney, what about you?
My Gush and Go. I don't know. I guess Bandtober. Oh, I finally finished all my choreography gigs.
That deserves.
Yeah, I had 4 that I was doing outside of my own. I'd come home and I'm running out of daylight because it's getting darker sooner. So I'm like, I have to get this done. And sometimes the last thing I wanted to do was do choreography in my backyard, but I got it all done, and now I just need to get paid from half of them. But I'm glad that part of the season is done, and now we can just all clean and get consistent and Bandtober.
Yep. I feel you, Whitney. I just finished up my last client this week as well on Monday, and I was like, I took on 8 this year, which was I never ever
so many.
Will take that many again because I just was so overwhelmed.
That's so many. I felt like 4 was a lot.
Yeah, I think I've got to start capping myself, like maybe 5 is my max. That includes my own, but phew, Lordy, it was a lot.
We did it.
Hey, it's called Gush and Go, not Gush and Stay. Let's go.
All right. Thanks for a great rehearsal this week. Thank you, everyone who was spending time with us today. Alicia, Joey, and Amari. Do you guys want to shout out any of your social medias or anything?
Oh, yeah. Amari, where can we find you? I'm going to go follow.
I got Instagram and Facebook. Don't ask me what my handles are. I'm not usually on my phone. But what you guys should go do is look at the Silent Command page and go take some lessons from my awesome buddies.
Silent Command.
The Silent Command.
What is Silent Command? This is an excellent opportunity. What do they do? What's the vibes there? It looks like they're educative in what they happen, but like what is it? Is it a mentoring program? Is it
What do we not do? Okay, so we got it's a bunch of different opportunities to learn, different opportunities to kind of get your feet wet into the marching arts. We have lessons, we have clinics. You can go online, and it really kind of spreads it out better than I could ever explain it. But shout out to Jared, Gear, and Charbel. They've basically made a realm where anything and everything marching band is on one website. And you can get leadership clinics, you can get conducting clinics, you can get marching clinics, lessons. We have color guard members from the top drum corps and the top WGIs, all the way up to drum majors. I personally took lessons before I was a drum major in the top 12. I think at this point, almost every single top 5 head drum major works with Silent Command. And we're also now a partner with DCI. Yes, essentially it's just like it's a tool that you use to get your feet wet into the marching arts and to kind of experience different worlds that you could get into. I think we even have drill writing now. So yeah, check that out. And we have a podcast of our own, which is really cool.
Sweet. And I just looked it up. The handle is SI Command, at SI Command, if you want to go follow. And I just followed you.
Awesome. Well, if you have a question or a good topic to talk about, email us at onawaterbreakpodcast@gmail.com or find us on social media and DM us if you want to be on the show. We have a form you can fill out if you want to be a guest. We love having people on the podcast, so check that out at our link in the bio on our social media. Or you could just take out your phone, make a video, and send it to us, and maybe you'll see yourself on the podcast soon. One more thing, don't forget we have a YouTube channel now, so go and subscribe so you can see us all there. Also, before you close out of your podcast listening app, go subscribe, write us a review, and share this with a friend. Follow us on social media at On a Water Break, and we'll see you at the next rehearsal on a water break.
The On a Water Break podcast was produced by Jeremy Williams and Christine Ream. The intro and outro music was produced by Josh Lyda. To learn more, visit lydamusic.com. And until next time, thanks for tuning in.